Hey YouTube, it's me Penny. So today I just wanted to share with you my sales for the week. I'm going to pick up right where I left off last week, which was July 12th, and that's going to go up until today, which is July 19th, which is crazy that July is like more than halfway over. So I haven't sold very much this week or the last week. Summer, as you guys probably know, has not been the greatest for sales, but that's okay. We're gonna endure and we'll be okay. I feel like it's starting to pick back up a little bit again. But you know, knock on wood. So this week I sold $450.28, and that does include shipping cost. So obviously after fees and shipping, I will not have that much money, but that is okay. It's not great, but it's not horrible. So I just wanted to give you guys a realistic idea of what things are selling for and which things are selling right now, because I know that I find that information really helpful personally. So this video will probably not be very long because, like I said, I didn't sell that much. So the first thing that I have is a Chick-fil-A uniform shirt, and that sold for $5 plus shipping. I tend to always grab uniform shirts, or at least I used to. I haven't been grabbing them as much lately just because they never sell for that much, but they are a pretty consistent sell. I don't think I've ever grabbed one that didn't sell, and they're brand names that people are looking for. I think 90% of the time it's people that work there that just wanted to buy a new uniform shirt, and probably buying it online was cheaper than buying it from the company, like they lost it or something. So that's, first one. Second thing I sold, this is actually in my inventory, it was A1. So this is the first thing I ever bought to resell. And it is a new with tags express blue dress with straps. I definitely paid more for it than I ended up making, but this was back in the day, like first thing I grabbed, and I was like, new with tags express dress, that's gonna be money. But it's always fun to sell the things that you got at the very beginning, like finally it's out of the house. So that was that. The next thing that I sold, I actually mentioned a few videos ago, not because I found it, but because I realized I had never actually listed it. So there's a few things I listed as auctions because I was like, oh my gosh, this has been sitting here and I never actually listed it. So I have these Vineyard Vines lobster pattern shorts, and I had them at a minimum bid of 10, and they sold for that plus shipping, so pretty good sell. Vineyard Vines in general almost always sells pretty quickly, so that's definitely a good bolo. Next thing that I sold were pretty cool. They're these Golden Dresses, the brand, breeches equestrian pants. And so I had to do kind of research into those to figure out what exactly they're called. But those sold for $20.99, always plus shipping. So just assume if I don't say plus shipping, it was plus shipping, which was pretty good. That was a good sale. Probably one of the higher sales I had. The next thing I sold was pretty old, as you can tell from the photo. This was back when I was hanging them on the wall. And so this was a Ronan Chen brown cowl neck dress, and it was kind of like there was a layer of velvet fabric, and then on top it was like this sheer fabric, and it was pretty nice, and it's a good brand, but it just didn't sell for a very long time. So it was actually at 50% off when it sold, and they just bought it now for $19.47. So that was actually a pretty good sale. I'm totally happy with the amount that it went for. Obviously I had it listed a lot higher, but whatever, it sold, I'm happy. Like, most of the sales that I had this week were pretty small sales, but I am more than happy to have small sales. Every single sale, it makes me happy. So the next one was a pretty new one. It's an Ann Taylor sleeveless blouse. I never know whether to call these tank tops or sleeveless blouses, because to me it looks more like a blouse. But anyways, it had a front tie, and it was kind of a cool like paisley pattern. And that sold for $12, and that was an offer. Next one was an NFL Dallas Cowboys reversible jacket, which was really cool. One side is gray and one side was blue. And that sold for $26.99, which I believe was just what it was on sale for. So that was a sale from a sale. The next one was one of those Sports Illustrated jackets. You may have come across them, but they basically say SI on the sleeve, and then they have the little logo of the team. So this one was for Washington Redskins. That sold for the minimum bid of $5 plus shipping, which is fine. Next thing was this really cool shirt. It's for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's tie-dye, and it's like all over print. I had it listed definitely too high. I think I had it listed for like $40. And someone offered me $20. I thought that was more than reasonable. Next thing I sold was a Banana Republic black sheer tank top, another pretty old item. It was on sale for 30% off, so it was $6.99. good to get it out of the house. Next thing was another kind of tank top. I sold a lot of, you know, sleeveless tops and stuff, which makes a lot of sense because it's summer and it's hot almost everywhere. It's like especially hot right now, I believe, everywhere in the country. And that sold for $7.25, which was 20% off, so works for me. That was Nicole by Nicole Miller. This next sale I actually just bought, and I think just listed it like a day or two before it sold, which was great. So it was this RLX Ralph Lauren pullover, and it had these embroidered flags on the side, and it also had a little bit of damage by the collar. And they offered me $12, and I was like, that's fine. So I took it. Honestly, like, as long as it's a reasonable offer, if I just posted something, I'm like, sweet, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like, as long as it's not like, I'll give you $1. Next thing I sold was another really new thing. I think this was my best sale of the week. And it was this vintage 70s AMF slick craft jacket. And you may have seen it in one of my hauls. Basically, it was this vintage jacket for this very specific boat. From 1976. So I don't know if maybe I should have let it stay up for a little bit longer because it sold so quickly, but someone offered me $30 plus shipping, and I was like, heck yeah, that sounds great. I figure there's only so many people out there that are looking for this specific boat jacket, so I was just happy to sell it to somebody that I hope will appreciate it. Next one was another auction, and it was a Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights number 26 shirt set, sold for $5, which was the minimum bid. These Horror Nights shirts, I'm hoping they're going to sell a lot more as we get closer to Horror Nights starting, which I believe is in August. Thankfully, living here, I find a lot of Horror Night shirts, so I'm probably going to keep grabbing them when I go to the outlet. Next up was another thing that I had like just listed, and it was that Under Armour Auburn University War Eagle shirt. And that sold for $9.99 plus shipping. A lot of university stuff has started to sell like recently, so I think we're finally getting into that like back to school zone of shopping. Next one was a pair of Victoria's Secret pajama pants, and they were navy blue with flowers on them, and those sold for $10.49, and they were on sale for 30% off. So that was a good one. Good brand to grab. Next one was another university piece, and it was Harvard University sweater. Again, something I got just the other day. I think it was in one of my haul videos. If not, I cut it out because I didn't think it was that exciting. But it sold for an offer of $12.99 plus shipping. I felt like that was a perfectly reasonable offer. And it actually went to Massachusetts, so probably going to someone that is going to Harvard, so congratulations. Next thing that sold was an Adidas short sleeve hooded shirt. When I originally got it, I thought it was a women's shirt, and that it was in perfect condition, and then when I got it home, I realized it was a youth XL, and it had a little stain on it. So I listed it for $9.99, and someone offered me $5, and I was like, that's totally fair, so sold. That was one of the things where it's like I almost redonated it because I was like, I don't know if anyone's even gonna want this because it has a little stain on it and it's a kid's XL, but I was like, you know what, it's here, I might as well list it, and I'm glad I did because it sold really quickly. So that is it for eBay, so I'm gonna move on to Poshmark. I only have 3 things to show you. Like I said, I don't sell a ton on Poshmark. I don't have as much listed, so you know, that's probably why, but also it's just sales right now or me. So the first thing that I sold was this BCBG Max's Rhea kind of sweater type thing, like a cropped sweater. And that sold for $22, which was an offer. But that was a pretty recent list, so I was happy to see it go. I didn't have to cross-list it on eBay, so saved me some work. The next thing I sold was pretty cool. It was a bundle of these 2 Chico's blouses, and they were both the same size. One of them, they were both relatively new, but one of them was like brand new, like I had just listed it like a couple days before. And so one of them was new with tags, and one of them was pre-owned, but it had like this cool like paint splatter pattern on it. So I offered them $26 for both. So basically it was going to be $13 each. And it's definitely less than I was hoping to get for them individually, but as a bundle, I was like, yeah, that works for me. And getting 2 pieces out the door, like, that's great. Especially when one of them's brand new as a listing. Final thing that I sold was, I may have shown it in the video, I don't remember, but it was this Taylor Swift Fearless shirt. And I listed on Poshmark, which I've never really listed t-shirts on Poshmark because I'd go more for trendy brands and stuff, but thought I would take a chance on it. Actually, I got 2 offers on it, and one was for $5 and one was for $9, and so I took the $9 offer. The listing price was like $11, so it was like, that's works for me. So sold it like immediately, which was great. But yeah, so that is all of my sales. Thank you so much for joining me for this. If you are new to my channel, I actually do these sales videos once a week, and I do Goodwill outlet haul videos every time I go there and get new inventory to show you all the brands that I'm looking for and kind of talk about prices. Recently I've switched it up so I actually put the list price in the video so you can see what I'm going to list it for. But I add it afterwards once I actually know all the prices. I should probably switch the order of that. But anyways, thank you again so much. If you want to see more of these videos, please like and subscribe. That'd be great. If you have any questions or comments that you want to add, feel free to post them in the comments section. I love talking to you guys. Yeah, that's everything. Have a wonderful day.